Hi everybody and welcome to the Radio Gardeners. You normally find Trevor in the garden.
And you'll find Carolyn on the radio.
And we're back to show you how to do some great things with your garden. We haven't been here for a while because of the weather, and it was Christmas and New Year and...
Time of year, time of season, when we needed a rest, but now we're back.
We're
fighting
back.
fit.
We're ready to get stuck into the garden, and the first thing that we're going to do, we are going to grow sunflowers in our garden and your garden, and you're hopefully going to follow with us to show some support for Ukraine because it is their national flower
of Ukraine, which is a marvellous coincidence, you know, and I think it's a very easy, tangible thing for us to do. So we look forward to seeing ours growing and yours growing.
Okay, well let's get stuck in. I have to say, Trevor, just coming around here, I'm looking at all your pots. And it really is, they're beautiful. And those daffodils, they're like little mini daffodils, are they?
Well, it's such fun because there's so much succession going on there. And we put things away there over the winter, and then as they sort of come into focus, we move them to the front door.
Very good, very good. Look at this. We're here, by the way, as we were saying there, we're going to do the sunflower. Let's grow sunflowers. But I just walked over and the first thing I could see in this bed is the room for sunflowers because he's got these beautiful tulips coming up. And what are they, Trevor? And have they always been there?
So the whole plan is that this used to be a vegetable patch.
Right.
And what we wanted to do was actually start a mini cutting garden. So we planted some of our tulips so we can actually cut them and bring them in. So I thought once we come up with the idea of sunflowers for Ukraine, let's try one or two in here. Now, just this morning, ready to prepare, I took a trip to Hillmount. And when I told them what we were doing, they said, they're yours.
No way.
They said
that is
yours.
so Robin, isn't it? That's so Robin.
I offered to bring them back or pay for them. I said, no, they're yours. If you're doing it for Ukraine. And again, just to reiterate, what we're doing is we're going to sow sunflowers because that's the national flower of Ukraine. And I think it's going to be a lovely way to think of them throughout the season.
Yes.
So Carolyn's going to grow some in her garden. I'm going to grow some here. This is a wee bit shady.
That's what I thought. I actually, as soon as we come round here, I thought, this isn't sunny enough for sunflowers.
You'd be surprised. In summer, when the sun is much higher, this will get sunlight more and more and more. It's a good experiment, but we'll grow some somewhere else as well. So really what I've done is I've gone through my packets to look and see which is actually the taller. And we're not going to go for the very tallest. We're going to go for the next. One of them is forecast to grow to 5.2 metres.
Wow.
That's massive.
Okay.
So we're going to think a little bit smaller, and we're going to have a go at growing Pikes Peak, and it grows to 4.6 metres. So we'll open the packet, and now is perfect. We're in March, and what you can do is grow them where they're going to flower, because we're in March. You could also start some indoors. If I can get in. Bear with.
And would you just put them in a tray indoors then?
Yeah, just in a shallow tray and grow them on, and then transplant them into a 9-inch pot.
Right, okay.
Once they get into the 9-inch pot, then you harden them off before they're coming out. Now, Gavin, if you move in, you'll just see these are real sunflower seeds. So literally, I'm going to take half of them and go and put half back in the packet and give them to Carolyn.
Thank you very much.
They're for you.
Okay, they're beautiful. Do you know something? One of our listeners, Bimbo, who's an avid gardener, as you know, he's always popping into the show. Bimbo was telling me that he buys some sunflower seeds from the pet shop. For the birds, and he just throws those, and he says they're as cheap as chips. So maybe if you don't want to buy these packets, you just want to go and get some bird seed. And let's face it, the birds can drop the seed and plant the sunflowers can pop up anywhere. But let's see how we get on here.
Okay, this is us, and I'm going to be careful that they don't blow away in the wind. And really what I want to do is plant each of those about ½ an inch deep. And it really doesn't matter whether they're point up, end up or whatever, but I will put them with the pointy bit up. And as you see, I've got it weed free. It's reasonably fine, and literally I've scored it with my bamboo cane. I've got this to keep my line straight, and really it's just in he goes, cover him up, and I'm going to leave plenty of space between them because you've got to remember the sunflowers themselves are going to be enormous. So there's maybe about a foot, and I'm about ½ an inch deep. And the fun thing is you'll be able to come back from time to time and see how these are going. We'll not worry about my jeans getting dirty. It's all in a good cause. So that's mine started. and Carolyn's going to go out with her head torch on this evening and get hers in
Do you know
because she doesn't want me to be a day ahead.
You're right. I'm not that I'm competitive, but do you know something? I love the way you've got your plank down here to keep it all straight. You're very perfect in your garden, Trevor, aren't you?
Well,
that's great.
It's
That's
years
great.
of experience.
Yeah. So I'm going to find a sunny spot in my garden and do exactly the same. And hopefully I'll be able to grow some beautiful sunflowers this summer as well. And hopefully you're going to do the same.
I would encourage you, go down, get some sunflower seeds today, tomorrow or the next day. Perfect for sowing outdoors now, or if you want to sow 1 or 2 indoors, that as well. Really take it on and let's think of Ukraine while we're doing it.